Has weird stuff been happening in your life recently? I think I know why. It's because you need to go to therapy. It has nothing to do with this. This is something else. You may have heard that there's this planetary alignment. Lots of posts like this. This one says that you can see 6 planets in the night sky with the naked eye. And I assure you that that is not true. But this is very cool though. I want to talk about what's happening. This is my iPhone background. It's one of the defaults, so you have it too if you have an iPhone. And I like it because it's an overhead view of where the planets are with respect to one another in the solar system. The size and the distance scales aren't right because you wouldn't be able to see anything, but the configuration and relative positions is. So I think it's really cool. The Earth, Mercury, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, and Neptune. I'll just point out that Uranus and Neptune are not visible with the naked eye. You need binoculars or a telescope to see them. This is why they were the last 2 planets found. The ancient people did not know about Uranus and Neptune because they are not visible with the naked eye. And they say there's a planetary alignment. Here's all that's happening. You see Mercury right there. The next planet is Jupiter, then Venus, then Uranus, Saturn, and Neptune. It looks like the planets are all in a line when clearly they aren't. The reason all the planets appear to be along this line, which we call the ecliptic plane, is because we live in a solar system where all of the planets orbit in roughly the same plane. It only appears as though the planets are on parade, as they say. But importantly, you're not going to be able to see this because it's mostly happening while the sun is out. If you imagine shutting off the sun, realize that these planets would be more visible. It would be clear that they were all lined up. But more importantly, there's nothing particularly special going on. It's mostly just a matter of the sun hiding these things from us. Planets that orbit closer to the sun have higher orbital velocities. So the Earth is eventually going to catch up to Saturn. Eventually it's going to catch up to Jupiter. And then Jupiter will be more visible during more of the middle of the night. Whereas now, because it's in the direction of the sun, it's mostly up when we can't see it because the sun is drowning it out. No matter where the Earth is or any of the planets are with respect to one another, it's always going to appear as though planets are lined up because they're always going to be in the ecliptic plane. One cool little side fact and further evidence that we don't live on a flat Earth, Jesus Christ, is that just because a planet is on the quote day side for the majority of the time that it's up doesn't mean that we can't see it. Think about Mercury. It's always hugging really closely to the sun. But because the planet is spherical, you can catch it at sunrise or sunset. You can just see Mercury and it won't be that high in the sky. Mercury never gets that high in the sky. And importantly, Mercury is never visible during the night.